All right, welcome back to Boring Reviews. Nick here.
Gabe, the Night Watchman.
And we are so excited to jump into this. We are checking out Coke Studio Season 15. I feel like it's been like maybe 18 months since Season 14 dropped. Seriously, I've been waiting for Season 15 to come out. Joey and I reacted to every single song last year. We enjoyed it immensely. But Joey and I have too many videos on our plate. And so Gabe was graciously taking her spot into these videos. I appreciate all the requests from subscribers from the past who are like, hey, I'm not going to listen to this until you guys react to it, which makes me feel really good.
Right.
So we're checking out this first song from Season 15, Aayi Aayi. I am assuming that's how you say it. I'm not exactly sure. All I know is I'm excited. You got Noman, Ali, Rajper, I'm not sure if I remember him, Babar, Mangi, and Marvi, Saiban. I'm not sure if I've seen any of them sing on Coke Studio before. I'm just excited.
You know, here's the thing. When you said, hey, you want to react to Coke Studio? Absolutely, I jump on it. It doesn't matter what music is, like a universal language, right? And recently, Savannah and I saw, actually Valentine's Day, so not recently, but for Valentine's Day this year, they released One Love, the Bob Marley, and you realize what an important political figure he was. And he was just a musician. You know what I mean? But in his country, in Jamaica, he was such a powerful figure. And music is just one of those things that transcends, politics, wars, racial lines. I mean, and even if you can't understand what they're necessarily saying, it doesn't really matter because you can understand the tone. You can almost understand the feeling. I mean, we reacted to music from Germany, right? Du Hast, I believe. Ramstein. And I always just love to listen to music in general, see how they put it together, try to pick up little things here and there. I've become a bigger and bigger fan over the years of more. I mean, I grew up listening to rap and Spanish music, of course. Orquetas, salsa, merengue, stuff like that. That's the Spanish, my Spanish side. But I'm starting to enjoy the more I wouldn't say classical, but where you've got the ensemble, where you got the drums, the electric guitar, the, bass, you know what I mean? Where they're putting all the music together. And sometimes even without words, like, man, that was powerful. And that's something, what's my favorite part of the rock songs usually?
Solo.
Give me that guitar solo. Give me that guitar solo. You don't have to. The instruments are doing the singing, so to speak. They're doing so. That's what I love about music. So I was excited to do it.
Yeah, in Coke Studio, they do a great job of bringing in different musicians of different type of musical instruments that I sometimes have never seen in my entire life played before. Zolfi is the producer of it. He took over in Season 14, and Season 14 was such a strong. Some of the songs on different seasons are kind of hit or miss. Some are amazing, some are just okay. Last season was absolutely phenomenal, so I'm excited for this one. Long time coming. We're going to jump right into it. If you like this anyway, please don't forget to
like and subscribe.
And just so you guys know, we appreciate everyone that watches these videos. We don't monetize these videos. We're not able to, but we still react to it because we love this music so much. So thanks for being patient. And, at some point, if we're allowed to monetize, then that'd be cool too. But we're still going to enjoy it anyways. Captions on. Make sure to read those. Usually with the subtitles, it's the bottom one is in English. Here we go. Now that you're not going to recognize English.
Season 15.
A little theatrical effect. Nice.
अच्छा करणो नाए तू थो थो बुधाई जोर जी मेहंदी लगंदी नाए छा करणो आहे मूंखे छा नाए तूं छो बुधाई मुंहिंजे लाइ जॾहिं ताड़ी न वॼाई तुंहिंजे हाल ते ऐं सवाल ते ॻाल्हि छा कजे गॾु सफ़र में जो मां हुजां त ॿियो नाल छा कजे ख़्वाबनि खे वकोड़ियो अथई पाणीअ खे ॿोड़ियो अथई तोखे ईअं मोटंदे ॾिसी चए थी सारी खुदाई आई 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 तूं ॾिसो घटे आई 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 तूं ॾिसो घटे आई 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 घटे आई
Yeah, Mangi on the mic. मुंहिंजा माण्हू मुंहिंजे इंतज़ार में हथ में ॾियो आहे सभु एतमाद में जीअं हुजे मालो खटिया हिक रात में सॼो संसार खे हिक इंसान में हल हाणे कर पंहिंजो कमाल छाजो इंतज़ार आहे सॼो आहे काफ़िलो तयार दुख मिलिया पर कढ तूं मन मां ॿाहिरि कंहिंजी न मजाल आहे हण पंहिंजो धमाल साईं मां कंदो ॻाल्हि लख जी अॼुकल्ह जी कामयाबी हिक ई धक जी एॾी वॾाई कहिड़े कम जी मूंखां पुछो मां त कंदो ॻाल्हि हक़ जी अथी दिलि में जेको बि ॻाए जेको बि थियणु तूं चाहे हाणे तूं थी ॾेखार हिते हिसाब को नाहे दुनिया जे ख़्वाबनि ते क़ाइमु सोच सां पाण खे ठाहियमि ज़िंदगी हलंदी रहंदी रुकंदी कॾहिं बि नाहे पट वॾा केसि ताईं सुम्हंदे ख़्वाबनि में वेठो तूं आसमान चुमंदे जॾहिं बि थींदी ड्रॉप छा तूं जुमंदे पंजे जे सिके ते लाड़काणो घुमंदे
ख़्वाबनि खे वकोड़ियो अथई पाणीअ खे ॿोड़ियो अथई तोखे ईअं मोटंदे ॾिसी चए थी सारी खुदाई
आई 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 आई
माण्हू पट ते कीअं सुम्हां सेश ते मां
आई 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 आई
ख़्वाब पूरा न थिया तूं पहिरीं कैश ते मां
आई 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 आई
लाइट्स ऑन नाना बीठो आहे स्टेज ते मां
तो ऊंधाई वैली मुंहिंजो राणल पोतो पाल साई वैली
भेनर सिजन खे तो ऊंधाई वैली मुंहिंजो राणल पोतो पाल साई वैली
ख़्वाबनि खे तो ख़्वाब ॾेखारिया जागी पिया अथई थरवारा काफ़िले में हू तन्हा नाहे गॾा त सभु कटनि वारा फ़लसफ़ो ज़िंदगीअ खे ॾिनो अथई कोई बि बीह नथो प्यारा तोखे इहे मोटंदे ॾिसी चए थी सारी खुदाई
That was fire, bro. That was fire. That reminds me of actually a crossover that Justin Bieber did with Elvis Crespo with Despacito.
It's a great song.
And it was like because you had the Justin Bieber with the singing and then the rapping at the same time. I love that one line too where he's like, you know, I'm free now because I'm no longer bound to the wealth. And a lot of times with the artists is I'm not allowed to say what I want to say, or I don't want to, you know, because I can't step on these toes, or I can't say this or that. But it should be about the music and the art and not necessarily what you want it to be, whether it's commercial or not controversial. And I think a lot of artists feel that way, but then some of them, end up getting blackballed. That's just the reality about it. So you got to be brave to take that stance on it. Dude, Coke Studio, and I never asked this question. Why is Coke Studio not in the music here? Because this is Coke, obviously. Coke Studios through Coke. Yeah. As far as their sponsors.
There's a Coke Studio India. There's a Coke Studio Pakistan. I don't think there's a Coke Studio here. I'm not sure why.
But just think of maybe
there's a Coke Studio Bangladesh too. Maybe it's an Asian thing. I have no idea.
Well, I mean, because here's the thing: Coke is an international product, right? But it doesn't mean that they can just get into whatever genre they want to. They can open up any subsidiary company they want to and get into music. And I think one of my biggest gripes, whether it's rap or whether it's really R&B, I'm not really too sure in the world of rock, but I'm assuming it's the same. It's the same 4 or 5 people that control all the music here. So they control all the artists. And sometimes when artists are really good, but they might have a falling out with that studio, they get blackballed. And that's, happened to tons of artists here in America. And I was just wondering why Coke Studios would not, and not just here, but I've never seen them, push any type of music as far as like, you know what I mean? International, outside of, like you said, in the
Do you think it's
Asian market.
Do you think it's possible that so much American music is pushed worldwide? Like, it's just, not that it's easier, but it's just like everywhere around the world. And maybe it's not the same for other countries like India. I mean, India, you're going to have a lot of their music in like Bollywood films, which
right.
is picking up more and more popular around the world every single year.
Right.
But I wonder if it's something where it's like, okay, this is what is your nation's pride, and it's not like it's a Pakistan country owned subsidiary.
No.
But I just love it because with this one right here, in the past, Coke Studio, a lot of it was recorded like on the soundstage, and you saw the instruments playing. I thought that was so cool. Since Zolfi has taken over, it's been a little more like this, where there's more story to it. There's more.
Yeah.
You can still see instruments, but there's a bigger backdrop and
right.
sets and all that kind of stuff. And it doesn't have to always be that elaborate, but this being the first one, absolutely. But I just love the different eclectic musicians. Something that Ozjob's told me many times is, I'm guessing this one too, because you saw 2 different sets of translations there, or 3. There's different dialects, there's different languages in Pakistan, right? Not just Urdu or Hindi, or there's different ones out there. And sometimes they'll have a singer or a few singers in a song sing some very little known dialect. And so it's cool for everyone to learn different things, who even people from Pakistan don't know what they're saying,
right.
but they're rocking with the music. And so it opens the doors to so many different things. Those 2 ladies near the second half of the song, the older ladies, who are my favorite parts of the song, by the way, they had not only I would venture to say that they'll probably do music for films too,
right.
but they had such a beautiful sound. But I guarantee they've been in the game for a long time. But Coke Studio puts a spotlight on all these different people. You saw the girl with the guitar. I don't know who she is. I don't know her story. But knowing what happened last year, they would sprinkle almost like Easter eggs, different people as almost like a set piece on one song. But then they would get their own song later on in the season. So I guarantee we're going to see more of her later on. And I'm assuming she probably sings as well. That's what's so cool about Coke Studio. You don't know what different acts, what different groups you're going to get together, what collaborations. But as far as your question, I'm not sure. I like this song a lot. It wasn't my favorite. Last season was so strong. I'm not going to say every single song was my favorite, but it was so strong. Tujum was the very first song that kicked off last season, and that was such an amazing song. I don't know how I feel about this as a first song. Now, it was a great anthem song, right? Like it was the chorus, the main part was fantastic. And I think when all the artists were together, that was where it shined. But the first guy that was singing, I'm not gonna lie, like the first 1 minute, like he had a good voice, but I didn't really feel, his part of the song too much. The rapper came in, they always were gonna bring life to the song. But when you had the 2 ladies at the end with our first guy singing along, that's where it was the strongest.
Right.
So it was a really good song. Just not my favorite Coke Studio song, but I'm curious, where do you guys rank it? Do you think like, oh no, this isn't my favorite? Is the season not going to be as good as last year? Or did you love this song and I'm just kind of crazy? Those are just some of my thoughts.
Again, I can only go off a recency bias, and it haven't been the first one I've heard from season 15 in a while. Because I think I might have seen 1 or 2 of season 14 that you guys put out. But dude, this was awesome. I enjoyed it, and anytime they put that rap element in there, I'm also gonna enjoy it even more because again, I grew up listening to rap music and love looking at the lyrics. Listening to the lyrics. They always, for the most part, I like rappers that have something to say. I hate when they're rapping about their gold chains and their 50 Escalades and all the pretty girls. And then give me something else. Give me some more media. Yeah, give me some substance. And he had something to say there, so I appreciated that. But that's just my opinion. Nick gave you guys his opinion. Let us know your opinion as this just dropped, hot and fresh. Is it one of your fans? Are you one of your favorites so far? Are you looking forward to season 15?
And last thing I want to say, let me know, was this like kind of like a theme of getting ready for a wedding type thing? Because it kept saying, here comes she, or here she comes. I don't know if that was just so straightforward, like we're getting ready for this and now comes the bride and we can get the festivities going. Or was it something a little deeper to where, and this is just me maybe thinking too much about it, we live in a day and age now where women are being more and more empowered, rightfully so, right? Before it was just like, don't speak, let the men talk. And so I wonder if this is almost like around that vein. Like here is the time for women. Here she comes. Here comes she. Yeah. Let's get excited. And it said victoriously too. I don't know if it was something deep like that or if I'm just thinking too much. Let me know what your interpretation was. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And we're going to check out some more from this season. Until next time.
We know all things.